Greetings, my friend. Welcome back to another video on the Red Delta Project YouTube channel, where we're helping the whole world get stronger with the power of calisthenics training. I'm Matt Schifferly, and today we're addressing a common question or debate that often comes across my desk, where people are asking me, is it better to do like full body workouts or split routines? And if you did do split routines, is it upper lower, push pull, that sort of thing? But the more important question to be asking is, would it even matter what kind of routine you did at all? So let me give you this kind of like example to illustrate what I'm talking about. See, this is what my push-ups look like with full body workouts. And this is what they look like on split routines. And this is what they look like on the summer solstice with a dew point of 78 degrees. The point is, if the exercise that you're doing and the way that you're doing it is roughly the same in either scenario, then why would it matter at all? Because ultimately, a good routine provides stability, so you consistently get in the work, and general direction, so you're doing work that is appropriate in alignment with your goals. As long as you've got those two things, the type of actual routine you matter shouldn't really be all that important, just as long as you're consistently creating an effective stimulus. And most of your effectiveness from your workouts comes from how well you're executing and pushing yourself in the exercises themselves, rather than whether or not you're doing them on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or split routine or full body. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's not important for those goals. Because as I address in my latest book, Be Fit, Live Free, a lot of things and details and considerations when it comes to diet and exercise doesn't really matter very much unless it matters to you in helping you achieve your personal alignment. Because yes, the science behind losing weight and building muscle and all that is very important, but it's not even close to enough, because fitness is fundamentally not a physical endeavor, it's a human endeavor, which means it has to be applicable in application for human beings and everything that entails a human life, including your feelings, your emotions, your schedules, your preferences. All of these things that are subjective and touchy-feely and stuff also need to be in consideration for a routine to work. It doesn't matter if it's scientifically valid to do a full body routine. If you have trouble making it work with your schedule, or you just for whatever reason don't like doing it or whatever, then that's enough to make it less effective. So the real question isn't, is full body routine or split routine effective? Because both of them can be, but also both of them can be relatively ineffective. It depends on which one is going to get you personally in more personal alignment in working with your circumstances. So in general, full body routines typically are a little bit better for those who have a little bit more of a hectic lifestyle and a lot of travel, and they have trouble consistently getting in their workouts. Sometimes if I'm working with clients who travel a lot, I don't want to give them a full split routine or with many different splits, because then they could come to me and be like, yeah, I was traveling all the time. I couldn't get to a decent gym, so I got like 5 pull chain exercise workouts in, and I only worked my legs once. Versus if it's a full body deal, everything's getting hit on a much more even, balanced keel. But on the other hand, some people, they just like having things focused in one area, and they find full body workouts to be much more exhausting. So like, I want to do just push chain exercises, or they can include things like chest flies and tricep extensions if they want a bit more of a body weight bodybuilding style, particularly if that's what kind of objective they're going after. So it really depends more on what suits your preferences and your circumstances, but always remember that the objective is we want to be consistent in what we're doing, so you can just consistently get in your workouts, consistently working your muscle groups on a regular basis, and if the exercises and the programming you're doing is in alignment with your goals. In other words, if you want to build a lot of muscle and strength, you're not just doing a ton of jumping jacks and endless crunches. And then typically if you're using progressive calisthenics and things like in the grind style calisthenics, the direction the routine is pointing you in is already taken care of. So then it just boils down to, well, what allows you to consistently get in the work for long periods of time, and whatever type of routine structure will allow you to do that is going to be in the best interest for you to practice. And most importantly, don't let outside influences pull you out of alignment. It doesn't matter if your friend who's been a bodybuilder for 20 years is like, split routines are the only way to go and stuff. If you find you're having a hard time making that work for you, then use the full body approach. If you prefer to do upper lower body split and someone else is like, no, it's got to be push-pull, the science says such and so, don't worry about it. You want to listen to your experience and what's working best for you, and it doesn't matter if everyone else in the world says something else. You go off of your experience and what leads you down the path to get more consistent, feel better in your workouts, execute the exercises to the best of your ability, and being able to achieve the objective that you want from your training. So food for thought. Don't forget, you can also ask me questions personally on the Red Delta Project YouTube channel. Every weekend, I post a link to where I do my live feed Q&As on the Red Delta Project Instagram channel, so you know when it's happening, what the topic of the day is. So if you have things you want to address to me directly, you can take advantage of that as well. All right, I'll talk to you folks next week. Thank you very much for watching. Be fit and live free.